Hi, Aries. Welcome to your year in review. I just realized is my wrong one. Okay, my volume's up. Just wanted to make sure. Um, so we are looking into 2024. See what it's going to hold for you. But I feel like first we have to understand what 2024 represents. It's a universal year 8. I just pulled up a random page and I'm just going to read the very beginning of it. Just to give you an idea of why it's important to know like what your life path is, your personal year number is, and ultimately what our universal number is for the year. So 8, great number. Let's just read just for a second. The 8 universal year is an accelerator. The 8 universal year is a time to make intentional moves with a focus on material aspects of life. We can take direct and powerful leaps forward to manifest our dreams and get paid doing it. 8 is the ultimate power number, representing abundance on the highest level. Get ready for a year of power plays with a spotlight on money, control, and authority. We move into action in 2024 as we enter a 3-year push time of global transition and transformation. This cycle moves us from the 8 universal year to the grand finale of a complete 9-year cycle in 2025. Wow, I really haven't thought of that. That's true, which is a 9. We begin anew with a global reset in 2026, which is a 1 universal year. How to harvest the energy. Fierce determination will be required as we enter this 3-year global shift. Old systems may crumble while new ones emerge. An 8 universal year can feel hectic and daunting at times. Remind yourself often that these changes are necessary in order to pave the way for progress. Get clear and serious. An 8 universal year brings tons of opportunities to expand and reach new heights. You can also expect to be driven way out of your comfort zone, forced or step up, or get stepped on. Put your money where your mouth is. Add value, celebrate divine feminine energy. The 8 in numerology is also associated with the divine feminine power. 2024 is an intensely powerful year, demanding that we all step into the world with our eyes and hearts wide open. Monetize and invest. Take control and be your own authority. Okay, so those are just some of the things that Universal 8 brings us. And, I know many of you have a life path number 8. So, same thing for a life path number 8. Like, you are here to create. And sometimes you feel guilty about that. I know I read for a lot of life path 8s. And you shouldn't, because it's really one of the things your soul wanted to manifest in this year. So, all that being said, I think what I'm going to do is break these down into seasons, because otherwise I feel like they just become too long. So we're going to look at the winter months for you: January, February, and March. Okay, so let's go ahead and open this reading up now, Aries. I am going to start with Mother Mary. I just want some words of wisdom for the winter of 2024 for my beautiful Aries. My seed planters have felt a little chaotic. Well, hello, blessings. We'll take them. We'll appreciate them. We'll grow them. Today, I count my blessings small and large, and I notice the new gifts that come to me from God. Blessings. Remember, right now we're just looking at the winter months. So I like that. We'll read that at the end. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the Universal Tarot. And they're already pre-shuffled, but I'm going to give them a nice couple shuffles here because I am going to pull from the deck instead of shuffling. I just feel like that's the best way to do it. And we'll break down January, February, and March. Many of you will be celebrating a birthday at that time period. That the world, but I'm not ready yet. The next chapter. Clearly our guides are letting us know that they know we're here to really look into the energies of 2024 for you. I feel like that's why the world came out. Many of you know I read through my spirit guides. So I feel like that was nice confirmation. Okay, that feels good. Let's go ahead and cut them. And what I'm going to do is we're going to look at January. Okay, so let's go ahead and begin. So first we're starting at January. We have, well, hello, Knight of Pentacles. I mean, the most beautiful energy to open up your reading, to open up the year. Your guardian angel. This Knight of Pentacles is a slow moving knight. Maybe it was meant to move slow. Maybe it was meant to reach you right when it reaches you. That's what the Knight of Pentacles stands for, actually. At the right time. At the right time. And that I can trust in. Even though it's slow moving, it is, I feel, one of the most trusted knights of all the tarot. So here comes this Knight of Pentacles. And hello, Emperor. Well, that totally fits. First of all, your major arcana. Your major arcana, Aries. And how do I love that we're moving into, again, a universal year 8. Knight of Pentacles opens up the reading. This Knight of Pentacles is bringing a pentacle into your life. This pentacle is a pentacle that we can take. It may start as a seed. It may start as an epiphany. However it begins or however it arises, it's meant to truly expand your world. And that's why it comes at the right time. And I definitely it feels like it's talking about your money. Creating businesses becoming even stronger. It's like money is coming right to the source. We have the Three of Wands, an optimistic view of your future. So January looks like it is right off the bat bringing in some changes that feel like they've been long awaited for. Changes that are bringing optimism to your soul. And then I feel like building these businesses, the emperor is the leader of the people. The emperor is someone who does put a plan in place. Could be another reason why we're seeing the Knight of Pentacles, because again, slow moving. Well, maybe I've been planning and now maybe it's time for action. Three of Wands, I'm not putting a whole lot of stipulations on how something must be or how my future must look, but I'm going to keep an optimistic view that everything is going to, like the work that I put in, will come back and benefit you. And I already know that it will. I already know that it will. Otherwise, we wouldn't be seeing the Knight of Pentacles. Hello. Reason to celebrate. 2 threes. Some of you may have a master number 33. Well, hello, Ace of Cups. Unconditional love. 5 swords. Someone's toxic. Change. Maybe changing of a partner. Changing of a lover. There may be someone else coming in. And I feel like if that's the case, someone else is leaving, which should be the way anyway. The Five of Swords talks about at some point there was some type of toxicity that surrounded you, or you were part of it. Because the five is looking for change. And I feel like, this change shouldn't be hard because I feel like as soon as you make that change, you have a different view of your life. This could certainly talk about love coming in, but I do also want to say I feel like this is love of something that you're creating. I feel like no matter how it looked for you in 2023, I feel like things are going to look much different in 2024. You're opening up this month in a great way. Well, womp womp. Seven of Swords. Okay. Ten of Wands. I guess that's where our toxicity lies. And then the Eight of Swords. Okay. All right. So this reading for January is only asking for one change. It's only asking you to really look at one thing, and it's probably the hardest thing to look at. Those are the things that have become toxic to me. The people who have become toxic to me. This tells me that chances are, as it relates to love and maybe even work, you tend to put the brunt of the responsibility on your shoulders. I feel like, I do feel like you've dealt with some untrustworthy energy in the past, or maybe even still in the present. The self created prison was created, but this is about breaking free from that. It is an eight. You do want to look at this, right? Self created prisons don't help us when it comes to blessings coming our way. Doesn't mean it stops them, but do I recognize them? Can I see them? I feel like for some of you, it's like someone is on their way out. And I feel like you have a lot of clarity about this. Like, I almost feel like I don't even have to tell you. I just feel like someone's on their way out. And I feel like, and what does that do? It opens the door for someone new. Now, I'm not saying you're even looking for love, but it still opens the door to someone new. Someone may have a drinking problem, and you may have just had enough. Whatever it may be, I'm looking at how these are all connected, and it's a little bit of a shame because it takes away the beauty of the beginning of this reading, but this is all the past. And I know that because five, again, is asking for change. So I need to know who and what is toxic in my life, even my own thought system, because out of that Five of Swords, the Eight of Swords is created, that self created prison. So instead, I'm better off facing it, putting it behind me, and letting it be. So, anyway, I feel like January is opening up in such a beautiful way for you, Aries. Again, the Knight of Pentacles coming in just at the right time, truly meant to expand your world, and then coming directly to your energy. And you are the seed planter, but you're also, you're the leader of the people, but I feel like you lead through experiences. This energy that's mirroring the Emperor right now, the Ten of Wands, it can certainly talk about like what I have to realize is I can't put all the responsibilities on my shoulders and expect things to be of a happy nature. I feel like quite the opposite. Quite the opposite. Yet I feel like in the same breath as this leaves, all that remains is joy, is love. But I feel like it's a love of what I do. But I also feel like it's potentially talking about maybe a new love. Again, I don't get this feeling like I'm asking for it, but I do feel like the Knight of Pentacles, because I feel like the Knight of Pentacles is about your whole life. I'm bringing in this pentacle to enhance your life, but it can enhance all parts of it. First of all, this Knight of Pentacles being mirrored by the Seven of Swords, I'm also saying, like, listen, if I brought you this pentacle in, someone probably just would have taken it from you before. And that's another reason why I need to eliminate that type of untrustworthy energy. Why do I want to bring it into my new beginning? I don't. All right, let's see what's on the bottom. Two of Pentacles. Two Pentacles puts a ball in your court. It's called the Juggler's card. Can I do this? Can I add this avenue to my life? Will I be successful? I feel like the energy is yes, yes, yes. Otherwise, the Knight of Pentacles wouldn't be your very first card and be mirrored by the Three of Wands, optimistic view, with you right in between it. Six of Cups underneath that. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows who that might be? He's not in, whoever's in the Six of Cups, someone that I used to know, they're not in the forefront. So maybe that's also part of that Ace of Cups. I just don't know it yet. All right, so let's leave that for January. And let's move into March. And of course, I feel like they're going to speak to each other. Let's use the Tarot of Dreams. And we are looking at February, moving forward from January, though. February. All right. I know I told you guys I was going to do like your whole year in review, but then I really thought about it and I thought, like I did last year's year in review, and sometimes I think it's overwhelming to do it. I felt that like for some, I feel like it might just be overwhelming or you just forget about it. So I thought, you know what, this time let's break it down into seasons. So, February, Queen of Cups can be Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Doesn't have to be any of that, could be you. The Fool, look at that, free and clear, ready to take a leap of faith, ready to take a chance. Justice, maybe that Five of Swords from January. That's you cutting ties from them, or that energy. Why do I feel that way? Because the Fool's right in the middle of this reading so far, and the Fool's free and clear energy. The Fool means I'm not taking my past with me into my present or my future. I am taking the wisdom of what I have learned. Again, if you think in 9-year cycles, and it's funny that I read about the 8 universal year, not even thinking that, yes, next year we're moving into it, not next, well, 2025, moving into universal year 9. So it's like these cycles are coming to an end. And how do I want to see my new beginning? Well, Fool is the perfect energy here. Justice, part of Libra, by the way. But I feel like this is you cutting ties, to whatever is not serving you or whoever is not serving you. And I don't mean that in an egotistical way. I mean that in a way where they're not benefiting your life. They're not enhancing your life. If anything, quite the opposite. So know what you need to know, right? And be willing to make changes where you need to make changes. And we just had a full moon. So this is definitely the time to think about that. Like, why bring what I don't, whatever's troubling me from 2023, what can I clear up so I do not have to bring it in to 2024, the full free and clear? All right, let's keep going. Well, there's that Seven of Swords again. Why is he following you? We have the Strength card, Leo. And then we have the Four of Cups. Interesting. So I feel like this month, I feel like January is speaking about your money, building of businesses, raises, like whatever it is that you want to manifest. I feel like you have the ability to do that in January. I definitely feel like the universe is behind you. 100%, I feel like the universe is behind you. Now, I feel like the end of January, that energy we were dealing with, the Eight of Swords, the Seven of Swords, the Ten of Wands, the Five of Swords, the toxicity. Now we're dealing with that. Sometimes it's like, I don't need you anymore. And I feel like you're saying that to someone, like, I don't need you anymore. I don't need your advice. I don't need your money. I don't need your love. I've been discontent. I've been bored. I've been hurt, potentially cheated on, lied to. I feel like I got pulled into that energy. Maybe I just questioned and questioned and questioned, but I knew the answers I were getting were not the truth anyway. Whoever this is coming from, but this person's following you. So you are the one who's going to have to make this cut because they're not going to. It's almost like, why would they? Because I feel like your life is improving, your life is expanding, and it's almost like they want a piece of that. And you're like, no way, no way. I'm starting free and clear. I feel like I've been attracted to a certain type of energy that, it's like that energy being attracted to the bad boy or the bad girl. Some swords coming right under this queen. I don't know if this queen has anything to do with this untrustworthy energy, because she is being mirrored by justice. Can be male or female, by the way. But I do feel like, if you look at the Four Cups, this person's being handed a cup. Well, you can't really see a hand here, but usually you'll see like a hand from the heavens bringing in this cup. Four Cups ask you to use your spiritual discernment, whether you want to accept this cup. Don't forget, we had the Ace of Cups in January. What do I do? Well, this is also about discontentment and boredom in your present life. And I feel like it's talking more about in your love life at this point. It can be all areas of your life. But I feel like January is taking care of your material and your financial, or at least it's opening things up where you're able to start getting excited, or you're literally putting your energy behind it. I hope so, because I feel like, yes, it's going to take our energy to create, but I feel like the benefits of 2024 are going to be mighty full. So you have to use your spiritual discernment as it relates to this person who seems to follow you. And not only do they follow you, but I feel like, it feels like a little bit of a weakness within inside you. And please don't get mad at me. I don't mean it like in a derogative way, but I do feel like it feels like, or maybe this person makes you feel weak. Well, I feel like the Knight of Pentacles is changing all that for you. So, cutting ties. Look at that, Five of Wands. This person does not want to go away easily. But go away, they must. But it's almost like I'm not going to go away without a fight. Why? Well, because it's almost like because maybe they don't have to do anything. Maybe they've been given a free ride, so to speak, even though that was not your intention. I feel like this is the type of person that will hang on until you bring the hammer down. And I feel like that's what justice is representing. Like you're bringing the hammer down. You're saying no more. Look at this victorious energy. And how do I love this coming next to the Five of Wands? Five of Wands is battling type energy. This is where a lot of ego in this energy. And listen, I do feel like you may have gotten pulled into it. And that may be the weakness that I'm talking about. But I feel like it's because of this person. Almost like a narcissist is following you. You know what I mean? But you know that. Like you know who they are at this point. You know what they're about. And I feel like I don't feel like you want them. So why am I battling them? This is the type of energy, if I'm looking for someone to tell me the truth, they're not going to, because the Seven of Swords is right above it. If I'm looking for an apology, I'm not going to get it. Or if I get one, it's not real. They'll say what they need to say. I don't feel like I'm telling you anything that you don't already know. Normally, I would say, don't allow yourself to get pulled into this energy. However, the Six of Wands follows that, and that is the energy of you being victorious, of you being able to overcome, no matter what they throw at you. It's like your voice is heard. And I feel like you're on to bigger and better things, baby. And there's just no room for them. Get out of here. Get out of my house. No. Well, then I'm going to get out of this house. Look at that. Six of Cups made its way out. I'm wondering if that Six of Cups is connected to that Ace of Cups. Because don't forget, again, January showed us the Ace of Cups right in the middle of the reading, unconditional love. And I don't feel like it's just a love of what you're going to do, even though that's important. I feel like it may potentially also be talking about love, romantic love. But wouldn't it make sense that this person's got to go first? I mean, doesn't that just make sense? Like, listen, maybe even before this person goes, maybe you hear from someone of your past. And maybe that's just what you needed. Maybe that's enough. Enough to put an end to, again, untrustworthy energy. Let's just leave it at that. Okay. Three of Cups on the bottom of the deck. So, Three of Cups really talks about a reason to celebrate, a reason to rejoice. It's the energy of joy. Has a Nine of Cups underneath that. Some of you are becoming single, but the Nine of Cups talks about inner harmony. And I don't feel like you've had that for a while. Even though I feel like you felt like this is the type of energy where I feel like I'm not even trying. If this is like a relationship, I'm not even trying anymore because I really feel like I have lost interest in this person and I see them for everything that they are. And then I feel like potentially someone is going to reach out to you that may change everything. Again, whether you're looking for love or not, it doesn't, even when you're not looking for love, doesn't mean love won't find you. It's usually when it does find you. So I feel like we're starting to move into the potential, or at least the talking with someone who I would have very happy memories of. I feel like this person is someone that you've gone through a lot with. maybe in your teenage years. But yeah, I just feel like we could talk and talk and talk about like different experiences we had. Hmm, interesting. Okay, well, let's take this and let's move into March. And let's see, hopefully, the Seven of Swords no longer follows us. I'm kind of glad I did it this way. I feel like it's going to be much easier for you to understand and it's easier to present. So we're looking at March, your birthday month. Something's telling me to give him a couple shuffles. All right, here we go. Hello, soulmates. Look how the readings are just following each other. We went from, first of all, the first spread, January, had that Ace of Cups. But I feel like January is about you getting everything together, expanding businesses, expanding your financial world. And then we moved into February. Well, first of all, I feel like January was the realization of like what I don't want to bring along with me for this next chapter. And then February, we had someone reaching out, our last card. And our first card is now spiritual. Well, this one says spiritual union, but soulmates. Wow. Victory and success. 6, 7, 8. Choose wisely. Again, that tells me the ball's in your court. You don't have to accept this. You don't have to like be like, yeah, I'm gonna get involved with someone. Maybe you're not ready, but in a way, I kind of feel like you are. Because I feel like when you cut that energy of the Seven of Swords and, break yourself free from any self created prisons, I feel like the universe responds in kind and says, he is ready. 6, 7, 8 again. Or did I already say that? Balance. This is justice. Number 11. 2, 2. Recognition and reward. It's a 3 of Pentacles. Firm foundation. I almost feel like this is saying, first of all, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. I almost feel like it's the same because we read a little bit about 2026, or wait, 2025, and I do feel like it was about firming up of the foundation. So it's almost like you're already on your way. I feel like justice is here to tell me that yes, you did cut ties. And what is justice about when you see justice in a personal reading? Yes, it can speak of the law. It can certainly speak of divorce, cutting of ties, but it can also speak of karmic lessons. It speaks about wholeness, like making you whole again. It speaks about what's fair and just in the world. Maybe I've been living in, what feels like an unfair life. Wow. it did take me in my efforts to like eliminate the things that hold me back or hold me down. Because now, I'm seeing the birds and it's like a sense of freedom. That Seven of Swords that followed us could have been a karmic lesson, karmic relationship. And, if it's a karmic relationship, then there was something for you to learn. And if you learn it and you cut the ties to it, you cut it for eternity. That means you cut it for the next generation and the generation that follows. If nothing else, you cut it for your children. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like if I've been dealing with a narcissistic type animal, I want, that's not what I was going to say, but that's what came out. Um, and I have children, you know, I almost feel like I don't want them to, like, that's not what I want for them. Anyways, I feel like we move beyond that. And now we're talking about an actual soulmate. And I love that the Three of Pentacles is here with that because to me it talks about the ability to see someone's uniqueness to the world. Victory shall be yours. All right, let's keep going. Obstacles and challenges. Hmm, there you are again. Authority, the Emperor. So the rewards are coming directly to you. The recognition is coming directly to you. You're mirroring victory and success. You're mirroring it. Heartache and loss. Interesting. So the Three of Swords being mirrored by obstacles and challenges. Obstacles and challenges being mirrored by the soulmates. The soulmates being mirrored by choose wisely. Okay. I feel like it's simply saying, you know, I do feel like whoever that seven, and it's interesting because we have another seven, but it's of a different suit. Now it's a Seven of Cups, which would make sense because I feel like we are talking about emotions here. So the Three of Swords, I feel like, is what was. And I do feel like you have to learn to be able to clear that, or forgive yourself. Sometimes we need to learn to forgive ourselves. Like, how did I end up in a situation like that? Maybe it was karmic. Maybe that's something your soul wanted to learn. Don't judge yourself, and be proud of yourself when you're able to put those things to bed, put them away. See who's on the bottom of the deck? The Magician, the Manifester. Perfect time coming in your birth month. Rejoice in celebration. So, the Magician, first and foremost, being called awareness in this deck. Totally aware of a soulmate energy. And I feel like maybe that's what you got to trust in. I understand after I've been with such difficult energy how it's hard to keep my heart open and, love freely after I've had my heart broken before. Well, that's why we need to clear energy. Sometimes, and again, if it was karmic, you were here to learn and it probably taught you a valuable lesson. And then let it be. Let it be. If it was a free will choice, just tell yourself that. Okay, I would, I think of my young life and I think, man, how dumb was I back then? But it's not dumb. It's just that you don't know better. When you know better, you do better. Thank you, Oprah. So I feel like March finds you. First of all, what's in the middle of the spread is recognition and reward. There's that 33 connected again. I feel like awareness is saying just be aware that you're not, again, carrying It's like I feel like material wise, financial wise, like everything is just clicking for you. I feel like love is clicking for you too. But again, it's like, let it go, let it go, let it go. Um, what was I gonna say? Oh, I was gonna say, once you have been with, let's just say, someone like a narcissistic type energy, you recognize it very quickly. So if it would come back around, first of all, I feel like once you do cut ties to that person or that situation or that relationship, I do feel like the universe responds in kind and does bring in what feels like a very loving relationship, very like-minded. And it doesn't mean like we think exactly alike. No, because that'd be kind of boring. But this is about two people who see each other's soul, recognize each other's soul, and will love each other. It feels like night and day. If I compare it to what I feel like you had just been in, this feels like night and day. I feel like I do not want to leave it on the Three of Swords. I'm going to pull from the bottom. Look at this. The Nine of Pentacles. Material harvest. Successful self-employment. This person's plentiful. Look at the harvest. And their hands are wide open. They're open to receiving. They're humble. This is someone who's willing to put in the work, though, to gain this success. This is gaining that success. I feel like for some of you, what this is saying, what you begin in January, you start to see the fruits of your labor in March. Not that you don't see them before that. I feel like everything starts coming in, but I feel like in March, it's like, wow. I feel like this Three Swords is here answering someone's question, like, how do you get over heartache? And I feel like one of the best ways to get over heartache is to refocus your mind. Like, find something, a craft, find something like pour yourself into your work because you're going to benefit from that. And maybe that's exactly what was meant to happen. So, I love this. I feel like you are reaping the benefits of your hard work. And I also feel like you're reaping the benefits of love because you were bold enough to cut the ties to what was no longer serving you. I do feel like you're saying, I'm not allowing certain energy to follow me into 2024. And good for you. Good for you. Okay, I'm going to leave that there, but I am going to read blessings. Blessings. Um, I was just trying to think, like, am I going to do all 12 months winter and then all 12 months summer, spring? Maybe. I'm not sure yet. But let's get back to this. Blessings. You received this card as a reminder of the power of gratitude. Perhaps you've been feeling sorry for yourself lately, or feeling as if God has forgotten about you. Mother Mary reminds you that your prayers are answered in many different ways and guides you to notice all the gifts and blessings you already have. Sometimes shifting your focus from what's wrong to what's right can make you notice new blessings that have previously been overlooked. Sometimes that can be within your talents. I'm telling you, I feel that all of a sudden, like it's within like your ability to create. Okay. This is a card of optimism, asking you to purposefully and consciously focus upon everything and everyone that you're grateful for. You can make a mental or written list daily, ideally, to train your mind to notice all the gifts you already have. By doing so, you're more likely to notice the new ones coming your way. This card also signals that new blessings are entering your life as an answered prayer. Well, hello, Knight of Pentacles, who opened up this whole reading. That does feel like an answered prayer. And I'm going to let it be there. You are the first where I'm trying this format, so I would love to hear your comments back. Because last year I did the full year. And something is just telling me this year is like that can be a little overwhelming. So let's break it down into seasons. So I'm looking forward to your comments. And as always, I thank you for your comments. I thank you for sharing. You help people when you share. I know that, and other people will respond. Thank you for your donations. Thank you for a beautiful 2023. And here's to everyone creating and loving what they're doing in 2024. I love you guys. I'll see you for your spring edition, but I'll see you way before that. I will see you next time at our table. Bye bye. Love you.